Christine Blasey Ford's allegation has scrambled the picture for senators considering whether Kavanaugh is fit to join the highest court in the land, and for the White House, who sees this nomination as a key priority. We cover both ends of Pennsylvania Avenue now with Lisa Desjardins, who continues her reporting from Capitol Hill, and Yamiche Alcindor, who's been tracking developments at the White House. Lisa, we just heard your reporting, and in the last few minutes, we have heard senators are now confirming a public hearing next week. What do you know?
That's right. We can confirm that the Senate Judiciary Committee will hold a public hearing on this exact matter next week. We've confirmed it will be within a week. Others are reporting it will be on Monday. The reason we're finding out now, Judy, is because Republican members of the Judiciary Committee are just walking out of Senator McConnell's office after meeting together to figure out their plan, and after, we're told, having a phone call with Brett Kavanaugh himself. This is not something every Republican agrees on. Some think that an open hearing could be a show trial by Democrats, but others have won that argument and say, let's put this out in the public and do it soon.
Now, Yamiche, you've been talking to people at the White House all day long. The president obviously standing by Judge Kavanaugh, but at the same time saying he wants this story out. So how do you explain his thinking, their thinking right now?
Well, the president is really trying to be reserved, but is also deeply frustrated at the fact that this nomination is now being hampered. He said that he praised Judge Kavanaugh today. He said that he was a great judicial mind, but he also said that everyone should be heard in this instance. And that's very, in some ways, uncharacteristic for this president, because there are times where he lashes out when he gets angry and tweets about Democrats. He hasn't at all attacked the accuser. Instead, he said that he's sticking by Judge Kavanaugh, but wants to know more. Judge Kavanaugh just a few minutes ago released a statement saying that he was happy to speak before a hearing, that he wanted to clear his name. All that is happening, but the president still says that this nomination is on track. There are a lot of Republicans who disagree.
And back to you, Lisa. You've been talking to a number of senators one by one, especially the ones who haven't announced yet what they're going to do on Kavanaugh. What are they now saying? What sense are you getting?
I think by and large, those undecided senators, we're talking about Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, especially on the Republican side, have said that they do want to hear more under oath from both Brett Kavanaugh and from his accuser, Ms. Ford. It looks like they're going to get that opportunity. And I think we have to pay attention, especially to what the format of this hearing is precisely, who speaks. Both sides right now are trying to gather corroborating evidence for both of these individuals who are concerned. But also, Mr. Kavanaugh is saying things in private to senators that I think is going to be important. Senator Orrin Hatch, Republican close to the White House, told me and other reporters today that in a phone call with Brett Kavanaugh, Kavanaugh insisted not only did this never happen, but he said he was never at this party. Now, that's something that's unclear. How would he know? Because the details of this party are vague in of themselves. In addition, there's questions about if he was inebriated. How does he know that he wasn't? So these details, he is being very firm that this story is not remotely like anything that ever happened to him. However, he's telling senators more details in private that I think will indicate we're going to hear a lot more in the hearing, and his story will be tested, as will his accusers.
And just very quickly, finally, Yamiche, the White House, no question, they know the political stakes involved here.
They absolutely understand the political stakes involved here. Brett Kavanaugh spent several hours at the White House today. Sources wouldn't say who he was meeting with. President Trump said he hadn't spoken directly with Brett Kavanaugh, but we do know that there are at least $2 billion in political ads. On the left, there's a group called We Demand Justice. It's an anti-Kavanaugh group that said it's going to spend more than $700,000 on ads fighting his nomination. But the Judicial Crisis Network, which is a group of conservatives, say that they're going to put $1.5 million behind defending Brett Kavanaugh. So there's a lot of money and a lot at stake.
Yamiche Alcindor at the White House, Lisa Desjardins at the Capitol. We thank you both.